Hello everyone, today we're going to go over the news about the new Game of Thrones prequel that was ordered by HBO. But before that, remember to like the video, it helps out the channel a lot, and subscribe, and yada yada yada, let's get to it. So Warner Bros. Discovery had a big press conference discussing their plans and future projects. HBO Max will now be called Max, which is just giant news, really groundbreaking stuff. They've also announced that they are moving forward with the Duncan Egg prequel, so it will be made into a TV show. I will now read the official statement. HBO has given a series order to drama series A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, The Hedge Knight. It was announced today exclusively during Warner Bros. Discovery's unveiling of the Max streaming service on the Warner Bros. Lot in Los Angeles. The Game of Thrones prequel series will be written and executive produced by George R.R. Martin. I'm going to mispronounce the rest of these names, I am sorry, and Ira Parker. Ryan Cadell and Vince Gerardis will also executive produce. Logline: a century before the events of Game of Thrones, two unlikely heroes wandered Westeros. A young, naive, but courageous knight, Sir Duncan the Tall, and his diminutive squire, Egg. Set in an age when the Targaryen line still holds the Iron Throne, and the memory of the last dragon has not yet passed from living memory. Great destinies, powerful foes, and dangerous exploits all await these improbable and incomparable friends. Credits: George R.R. Martin will serve as writer, executive producer. Ira Parker will serve as writer, executive producer. Ryan Cadell and Vince Gerardis will serve as executive producers. So we have known for a while that this show was in development. I think it was first announced a few years ago, but now we can finally say that it is being made, and we will get to see it, which is very exciting news. I think the craziest thing about this is that George R.R. Martin will be writing on the show, which we haven't seen him do since, I want to say, season 4 of Game of Thrones. The main reason why he stopped writing episodes is that the show started to get very different from his books. Also, he kind of had to work on his 6th book, Winds of Winter, which still has not been released yet. So hopefully, this means that he believes he will be done with the 6th book by the time they start writing episodes for Duncan Egg. Hopefully. The show will mainly be based on the book A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, which is a bunch of short stories centered around Duncan Egg, which was actually the first thing George pitched to HBO as the successor show to Game of Thrones, not House of the Dragon. George really likes the characters of Duncan Egg, which I think is another reason why he is writing on the show directly. George has written other books about Westeros, but they read more like history books. They are not really novels. Fire and Blood reads like a history book, same thing with The World of Ice and Fire. But A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is a novel. It reads like his other books in the series, which I think says a lot. Of all the characters in Westeros, he chooses to write about them. This is why he's probably writing on the show. He wants to have some creative control, like these characters mean a lot to him. Which I don't blame him. There are a lot of bad adaptations happening right now. Wheel of Time is not good, and The Witcher is dying pretty quickly on Netflix as well, so I am really glad that they are making this. I think it will be a nice change of pace compared to House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones. Because in some ways, those shows are kind of about the same thing. Who will sit on the Iron Throne? Which, don't get me wrong, I obviously love that kind of thing. But this story can be smaller and more intimate. We get to see things we really haven't seen before in the world of Westeros. We get to see the world from the point of view of a hedge knight rather than a high lord, which is a good thing. So what do you think about the Duncan Egg prequel being made? Are you excited? Leave it down in the comments below. And if you want more Game of Thrones content, please subscribe and like the video. Check out the Twitter, link in the description below. And as always, have an awesome day.